"You got ID, old man?" the officer barked, one hand on his weapon, the other already grabbing the man's sleeve. The man didn't resist. He barely reacted, just stood there in his grey hoodie and work-worn jeans, holding a battered lunchbox like he'd just stepped out of a middle school boiler room. "Sir," he said calmly, voice low and steady, "I work here. I clean the West Wing. You can check the log." But the officer didn't check the log. He shoved the man to the ground, twisted his arms behind him, and snapped the cuffs on. "We got a report about someone matching your description breaking into cars," the cop muttered, eyes scanning for a crowd. "You can explain yourself at the station." The man's head turned slightly. "You're making a mistake." The second officer, leaning on the truck, laughed. "Every guy we cuff says the same thing." A few bystanders stood frozen on the sidewalk. Someone held up a phone. Another woman across the street mouthed, "He's the janitor." But it didn't matter. The man was shoved into the back of the cruiser without another word. The cops didn't read his rights. They didn't check his badge. They didn't ask why a janitor had a military haircut, or how his eyes looked like they'd seen more than mops and dust. The station was only 4 minutes away. By minute 5, the front desk got a call. Unknown number, no name, just one message. "You have exactly 2 minutes to release the man you just brought in, or we come get him." The officer behind the desk laughed and hung up. 1 minute later, a black SUV pulled up outside, then another, then a third. No sirens, no shouting, just 4 agents in dark suits walking in like they owned the floor. "Where is he?" the lead agent asked. His badge flipped out. Federal Bureau of Investigation, Counterintelligence Division. The desk sergeant stood. "Who the hell are you talking about?" "The man you brought in less than 7 minutes ago. African-American, 60-ish, grey hoodie. Name's under seal. We want him out. Now." "Look," one of the arresting officers stepped forward. "He fit the description. We didn't know." "You didn't check," the agent snapped. "You didn't ask. You cuffed and humiliated a man who's done more for this country than you ever will. And now you're going to walk him out of that cell and apologize. Right now." The station fell silent, and then footsteps. The door to holding opened, and the man stepped out, calm, upright, hands no longer cuffed, jacket brushed off like none of it fazed him. One of the agents walked over. "Sir, we're sorry. We got here as fast as we could." The man nodded. "I told them they had the wrong guy." "They didn't listen," the agent said. "They never do." Only now did the officers realize the janitor they'd cuffed wasn't some maintenance worker. He was a decorated retired field operator, deep cover assignments across 3 continents. The kind of man whose records don't show up on local databases. A ghost who had once dismantled a spy cell in Berlin by pretending to be a school custodian. The real kind of dangerous. Not loud, not angry, just highly terrifyingly trained. The lead FBI agent turned to the arresting officers. "You'll be receiving a formal review. Until then, you're on leave, effective now." One officer stammered, We didn't know." "That's the problem," the agent said. "You never asked. You just assumed." The man who'd been arrested walked toward the door. As he passed the officers, he paused. "You didn't just grab the wrong guy," he said quietly. "You grabbed the one guy who spent his life protecting your right to wear that badge. Try not to forget that." Outside, he got into the back of the SUV. No handcuffs, no drama, just quiet respect. By morning, the footage had hit the news. A janitor cuffed, then revealed to be a national security asset with 32 years of classified service. Public apology, official statements, and a hard reminder that some uniforms don't need medals. They carry the weight of sacrifice in silence. So never judge a man by his clothes, his job, or how quietly he walks. Some of the most dangerous heroes are the ones who never raise their voice, until the world finally listens. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story moved you, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and drop a karma in the comments below.